glad I get to talk to you today. Skylan Brooks of
Yeah.
the upcoming film, actually tomorrow, uh,
Yep.
December 11th, Arch Enemy.
Yes, indeed.
So you play a character named Hamster, who really is the protagonist of the story. Can you talk about him?
Oh yeah, man. Well, yeah. I guess in a sense, Hamster is the guy who kind of puts the story in perspective
Right.
from his point of view. But Hamster is really kind of a reckless guy, man. He kind of has this blind faith in others and like the world around him in a sense. But um at heart, he's really a dreamer. He really just wants to tell stories, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to get that inside scoop in a sense.
So do you think that has to do a lot with why he wants to go working with social media because of the fact that he can deliver those stories, that kind of message?
100%. He gets the advantage that it has when it comes to getting the story out and like publicizing it on a huge platform where people can see it globally.
So do you think also that's why he connects with Joe Magliano's Max Fist because of his grand multiverse stories?
Yeah, that's what links him to him in the first place. He kind of hears the story and he's like, that story is worth something to him, and at least Hamster's first initial response is to actually use it to get him fans and pump up Max Fist the story.
So what was it like working with Joe Magliano, kind of having it as a co-star?
Man, he's a great guy. Actually, there's a lot of different facets to him. I didn't know he's big on video games or Dungeons and Dragons until
Yeah.
like the last day or like the last week of set, kind of. But no, he's a very intense actor. Like he was in character, and when he brought it 100%. When I found out he had a background in theater, I was like, I kind of related with that kind of mindset where it was like he's going to give it 100% all the time. So it was a lot of fun.
Can you talk about director Adam Egypt Montemer and his vision for it, and the way I thought it was really really clever, the way that he gave your characters expression through the stories, through
Yeah.
the words and everything.
Yeah. Actually, that was one of the things that kind of drew me to it, was kind of like the way that Hamster kind of narrates the
Mhm.
film as it goes along. And on paper, it's like you see the vision, but then when you finally see it actually, which I had to go over a lot with Adam, was like, how do you plan on executing, or what are your ideas for Hamster? Working with Adam was actually a lot of fun because Adam is he's kind of on the fly kind of guy, where it's like, you know, try it. I don't care. Give it a try. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like you're boxed into the character or what's on the page. Go beyond and pull out anything that you feel is necessary for the scene, which really helped along the way because it gave me the freedom to give Hamster, what he is on screen.
Any specific days on set that you are really memorable for you?
Oh, I would have to say the action scenes, man. The action scenes were they were fire. There were two scenes in particular where there is actually in the trailer where it gets into that big brawl scene, and technically I'm supposed to get thrown into a glass table, and chairs are flying, people are flying, Joe's flying, like everybody's getting thrown everywhere. So particularly, I think that was the most. I wouldn't even say that's the most exciting scene. There's a lot of them, but that one was my favorite.
Going back a little bit into the story, I want to ask you: do you think that without Hamster, Max Fist really regains his energy and his vigor to become who he really is?
Man, I would have to say, in retrospect and with the story in mind, no. I don't think outright he would have came back suddenly to him being able to find that vigor and being a superhero again, or finding the meaning. He was stripped of all his powers when he came to this dimension, or to our earth. So I think without Hamster's bright spirit and, motivational quotes, in a sense, I think it would have been hard for him to get that back.
So nowadays we see superhero movies left and right. There's other companies putting them out. Almost some of them seem very cookie cutter ish with the way the story is told.
Yeah.
And Arch Enemy, I felt was a lot different. In your opinion, where does Arch Enemy stand out from the rest?
I always say this, and I feel like I'm starting to see it now. Like when other people are talking about like Arch Enemy and also putting the boys in the same category, where it's like this is actually exploring the superheroes' emotions. Like this is exploring the parts of them that we don't see, like when they're down on their luck. Superheroes have their bad days too, but this guy's bad days last forever until he meets Hamster. So I would say that a lot of these, quote unquote cookie cutter superhero films are more so pulled from kind of an old school way of looking at superheroes, which is they save the day, that's it, and woohoo, they fly away off in the sunset. This guy, he doesn't get that. He doesn't get that same applause or love, and it's kind of like that gritty start from the bottom and figure it out.
Can you comment a little bit about your co-star Zoli Griggs, who plays Indigo, also your sister in the film?
Oh yeah, man, she was a ball to work with, man. One thing that I love about Zoli though is like we can crack a joke in the middle of like the worst scene possible. Like some people just died and we're just like, well, that's tough. Like it's a lot. It's very easy. I'll say that it's very easy to work with her and get in and out of a scene or like a dark place or whatever and just crack right back up. And she's really super professional, man. Jumping in, jumping out, easy.
I'm going to wrap this up with the question, what do you hope viewers leave? What impression do you hope that Arch Enemy leaves on people watching the film?
Well, I would say, like I said earlier, superheroes have emotions too. And not everyone can carry the world on their shoulders. But I would say more importantly that without trust and friendship, you can't move forward when the world is against you. And as you'll see in Arch Enemy, friendship is what makes the dream work, for sure.
Skylan, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on the movie.
Appreciate it, man.
And I hope you have a wonderful day.
Man, you too, brother.
All right, take care.
Peace.